My brother went missing 10 years ago, but today I uncovered my parents' dark secret.
I mean, that is a long time. 10 years?
10 years. That's longer than Rick and Morty has been on air. My brother went missing years ago. And when I say missing, I mean that his case was declared one of those creepy unsolved mysteries.
Are we true crime now? Is that what's happening?
That's what we're getting into. It was on the news. I distinctly remember my parents interviewing for the news in our living room. And I think I know what happened to him. Yo, I'm ready. I was very young when he went missing. The day before he disappeared, I remember him staying home and babysitting me. I stayed in my room and played Nintendo 64. Throughout the day, a guy came over. I remember him. He was older, almost our dad's age. My brother made me go to my room whenever I heard the doorbell. Later, after the guy left, my brother would ask me not to say anything about the guy. With my brain only being focused on video games and extra dessert at that age, I agreed. I didn't care, nor did I comprehend the gravity of the situation. The day before he disappeared, I remember the older guy coming over. I was in the kitchen and remember looking up and seeing him kiss my brother. They hugged. They didn't care that I saw them. The older guy waved back at me and I waved back at him. Then I kept watching cartoons. I fell asleep on the couch and woke up to my brother whispering outside our front door. Don't worry, he's asleep, he said. The other guy said something I couldn't hear. Then my brother said something I couldn't make out, but I made out the words, visit them, or maybe he said, visit him? Either way, I know the word visit was in the sentence. The man raised his voice and said, yo. Then I heard plan in city, and then I fell asleep again. The next morning, the day he disappeared, my parents were at work. My brother was acting very strange. I remember he kept checking the clock. Then he told me he had to run to our neighbor's house or something. I don't even remember what he said. I just said, okay. He reminded me to not open the door for anyone, only mom and dad. I shouted at him, okay, because Super Mario was getting on my effing nerves and he wasn't helping. He gave me a hug and told me he loved me and left. And he never came back. All these years, decades later, and I think he was in love with that man. Maybe his brother's older, like 18 or something. I know he was. The memories randomly came flooding back to me earlier. I'm not quite sure why, but it has been taking over my thoughts lately. I can't sleep because I keep thinking about it. I think my brother left with that man and they ran away together, or maybe something worse happened, but I don't think that's the case. My freshman year of college, I was part of a sports team that got national recognition. I remember my team's picture was on ESPN and it had our university's name. A few days later, I got mail at my dorm. It was a gift basket. I thought it was from my parents, so I didn't read the card. I threw it away immediately and ate what was inside, but it was nothing but candy. Nerds, Jolly Ranchers, Tootsie Rolls, and Hershey's Kisses.
You freaking teenager.
I called my dad and thanked him for the gift basket, and he said he didn't send one. Neither did mom. Then I got to thinking. All those candies were what I used to eat as a kid. Literally all I ate for the earliest years of my life were those candies.
Oh my gosh.
I tried to find the card, but I couldn't. Months later, during Christmas, I got an unmarked Christmas card. The only thing written on it was a smiley face, which is hella creepy.
That is way too cryptic and like, at least say like, hope you're well.
Since then, I've heard nothing. No one I know sent that card, and I have never responded. I wonder every day if he's out there. I've never told anyone. When the police asked me what happened that day, I told them that he went to the neighbors because that's all I remembered, honestly. And it destroyed my parents. My mom became addicted to painkillers, and my dad has had 3 extramarital affairs. Dealing with pain in different ways, I guess.
Way to go, Dad. Yeah. My God.
Which I know this tragedy is no way an excuse to cheat, but it sure didn't help. It has ruined our family, and maybe my brother knows what he did. Maybe he regrets it and knows he can't come back home. But if I could see him today, I would just want to tell him that he is always welcome in my home. I love you so much, brother. We have so much catching up to do. Please come home, please. And there is an update.
Oh my gosh.
But John, what do you think happened?
I mean, first of all, Opie, you got to be a little like, just give it to us straight what you're thinking. Like, it seems like Opie is hinting he knows where the brother is, that like maybe the guy was like a lover or something. Honestly, when I was first listening to it, I suspected like that was his real like biological dad.
Oh.
And dad came back and was like, oh, I'm your real dad, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know, I guess maybe he's vindictive against the family or something. Like that was my initial hypothesis.
From your mom's extramarital affairs.
Yes.
You heard all about your dad. So.
Yeah, like the dad doesn't know he's the dad type of a situation. That's what I guessed was happening in the beginning.
Well, you ready to find out? I got into contact with some detectives that our family has known since my brother went missing. When I started asking questions, they told me that my brother was no longer on any missing persons registry. When I asked what that meant, they told me that he was removed per my parents' request.
Okay.
I asked my parents, my dad actually. My dad ignored. My mom told me my brother is alive and okay, as far as she knows. They found my brother years ago, a very, very long time ago, and found out he was living with another man. He's gay, and it disgusted my parents. He tried to reach out to them. They told them they didn't want anything to do with him and that I didn't remember him and wouldn't want to see him. Like, keep your biases within yourself at the very least. Don't let them affect the younger brother. I went ballistic. My parents weren't fazed by it. They sincerely hate my brother for who he is, for being gay. They kept him a secret from me all my effing life. My brother missed the birth of his nephew. He missed my wedding, graduations, everything just because of my parents. They lied to me. I've been able to get a phone number and contact information from police officers.
Oh, wow.
He's a lie. I haven't talked to my parents in weeks, and I never plan on speaking to them ever again.
Oh, wow.
Not for what they've done to me or my brother. I called my brother. First thing I heard on the other line was this guy laughing in the background. Who is this? It was his voice. I knew that voice. It was my effing brother who had been gone my entire life. Covered my mouth with my shaking hands and just sat there. Kept asking me who it was. The guy in the background was trying to talk to him. And then he hung up on me. I called him back right away.
Yeah.
He answered again.
Okay.
Me being a creepy ass, the first thing I said after decades of not seeing him and thinking he was dead, I blurted, I got your number. He asked me who I was and what I wanted. I said, it's me. There was a really long pause. I thought the call had dropped. He asked me my name. I told him and he said that I was lying. I told him I got his number from the Missing Children's Network and detective. I heard him gasp. He asked me what color shoelaces he wore to a picnic when we were kids. And I remember my mom getting mad at his orange laces with blue shoes. It was the last time we were together as a family. I could tell he was crying. The first thing he asked me was, where are you? And I told him I lived a few hours away from home. Without hesitating, he told me, I'm coming. He went straight to the airport without any luggage, bought a plane ticket, and flew straight to me. We stayed on the phone with each other the entire time. When he was walking through the gate, I knew who he was right away. He is middle-aged, salt and pepper hair, muscular, looks like my dad, only better. I know if I told him that would make him mad. I literally pushed an old lady out of the way and I just hugged him. He was crying. I was crying. I was having a breakdown. He apologized. He kept crying, telling me he felt horrible. Told him to forget about everything and tell me about his life. He stayed with us for 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks, everything about my life changed. His husband and 2 daughters flew in to stay with us.
Wow.
My brother-in-law and my 2 nieces.
2 daughters. Wow.
My family. They are my family. I do not plan on forgiving my parents, but my brother still loves them. He went by their house and knocked on the door. My father shut the door in his face. My mother gave him a hug and told him to take care of himself. Then she shut him out. I can't forgive them for that. I have no reason to stay close to them. I want to be with my family. I want to make up for the lost time. And I'm here. So happy, so fulfilled knowing that my family has grown and doubled in size so suddenly. My heart is happy. I am so happy right now. Wow. I don't know how I'd react, like seeing my brother after all those years.
After a decade?
A decade. That's a long time.
That is a long time.
And also like thinking that my brother was missing or like dead.
Yeah.
Also, I can't believe the parents.
It always shocks me when someone will just like disown their child.
Yeah, that was a tearjerker.
That was a tearjerker.
That was a good one. I would love to know what you guys thought.
My friends are throwing a birthday party for my twin brother without me. Should I ditch them?
Maybe it's time for a new friend group.
So I'm a twin and my brother and I hang out all the time and we're super close. In a few days, it's going to be our 25th birthday. We share the same friend group and we're all really close and have been since school. He has a close group of girlfriends, about 5 of them, who I have also known for many years. I would classify them as being closer with him in recent years, but we're still all good friends and socialize often together. Now, I've been added to a group chat labeled My Brother's Name Surprise Dinner.
That's so rough. Yo, we gotta prep for your brother's birthday.
Yeah. Hey, could you just put your hands here, put your knees here? Yeah. So we just need you to be a stool for the evening.
Your brother to sit on.
For your brother, a throne, actually. You know, you're royal.
A throne is giving him a little bit too much credit.
Maybe.
I think a step stool.
The one you used it when you go potty. It was a surprise birthday dinner for my twin brother, organized by one of the girls in that group, and they invited me as a guest.
That's so awkward.
One of them also said in the group that it would be nice to see me as well. So I just feel like an afterthought.
Yeah, major afterthought.
I wouldn't really have minded if the girls had wanted to organize a surprise birthday evening exclusively for my brother and themselves, but they also invited my partner and some of my brother and I's closest friends as well. So it's like,
that's so weird. That sucks.
That feels inconsiderate and quite upsetting, as I can't understand why I would have been invited to my literal twin brother's surprise birthday dinner with me only invited as a guest, as it's also my birthday involving all of our friends. My girlfriend also found this action to be extremely rude and wondered why this girl didn't just reach out to her and then they could have organized a surprise birthday involving both of us instead, or having just involved both my brother and I and left the surprise element out of it. Totally.
Yeah.
Like, just include him in as being featured in the, celebrate him too.
That's so heartbreaking.
In the chat, it is clearly stated that we are all to arrive at one time while my brother is due to arrive about 20 minutes later. The thought of attending makes me feel weird because it's just a celebration for his birthday when him and I are literally born on the same day. Oh God. This also isn't new information to the organizer. Also, every year my brother and I do something together because we want to and because we have the same friend group. Last year, our friends and my girlfriend set up a massive dinner for our birthday to which everyone was invited, including this girl group.
This is so weird. I feel so
Right?
bad for the
Dude.
neglected twins.
Poor OP. He's just left it like he is an afterthought. He really is. It's so sad.
I wonder who was born first.
Oh, there we go.
Was OP born second?
You know, so now you're second
Always
fiddle.
the afterthought.
Sorry. You know, Sam, some things out there are shrimpy wimpy.
I hate shrimpy under the sea animals
Other things are top dog.
like dolphins.
Like dolphins.
You know what also reminds me of like the shrimp of the world? Most nicotine products.
Terrible for you.
Gets your teeth all dirty.
Lucy is the nicotine alternative, y'all.
If you're an adult and like the occasional nicotine product, there is a better option for you. Actually, the best option, and that's Lucy.
Good alternative. You're in the office.
Pop a little pouch.
That's right. A little icebreaker to break that ice. And you know, they got espresso, they got apple cider, mango. They got some fun flavors going on over there.
But it's only if you're a freaking adult.
That's right. And Sam, we got a deal. Viewers get 20% off when they order from lucy.co and use the promo code OKOP.
Go to lucy.co. That's lucy.co and use promo code OKOP for your discount.
Remember, Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product does contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Let's get back to the show. So now I'm at a crossroads. I don't even know whether to attend or not. On one hand, if I don't go, I'll feel left out because all of our mutual friends are going. But on the other hand, if I do go, I will feel like I'm letting myself be disrespected, and I'll likely feel uncomfortable as it feels like only my brother is being celebrated. So would I be the asshole if I took a stand and didn't go? There's a short edit, but Sam, all of you is he the a-hole right now to not attend?
I want to know what everyone else thinks.
Yeah.
This is so tricky.
Right?
Because it's not his brother's fault that his brother's friends are being a dick.
Exactly.
And so by him not going, he's kind of like F-ing the brother.
Unintentionally. Shrapnel. Catching a stray.
Oh.
So that's a predicament.
Oh.
Real quick, yes or no? Attend as of right now.
Attend?
Before the update.
Attend because it's like because you want to be there for your brother.
Yeah. And maybe tell them. Attend and tell them beforehand, like, yo, you should have included.
Actually, no, I modify my answer. I say talk to the girl and be like, yo, it's my brother too. My brother would honestly want to celebrate it with me.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty weird that we're only celebrating his birthday when it's my birthday too. Go to the
throw
source.
me in and then go.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, on to the edit. My girlfriend just checked the chat and the organizer booked a dinner for 10 people and set a menu. The problem is there's currently 11 people attending, not even including my girlfriend and myself. If we went, this would mean we are way over capacity. Now, we really aren't sure if we want to go because what if we turn up and there's literally no room for us? This makes it slightly more awkward as we may not be able to just pull up a chair and join. The dinner is also tomorrow. Thanks for all the kind messages as well. I will definitely give an update after everything plays out.
This is a tricky social situation.
You could literally be left standing at your own birthday.
Whoa, there's so many.
It got even more complicated.
I would say something to the person and then not ruin the surprise, not go because there's not enough room, and then say something to your brother afterwards.
Yeah.
Say, hey, I don't know if you know this, but your friend did this whole surprise party. Hope it was great, but I don't know. That's pretty. That friend is definitely a huge a-hole.
Such an a-hole. Literally caused all the, definitely got to confront her. And just why would you not include me in this?
Yeah.
I don't understand. And it's it's not like they were complete strangers. I believe OP said we're not the closest, but we definitely know each other and hang out together.
Yeah.
So it's they're twins. You know him.
Yeah. And I like he said, it would have been fine to do a birthday dinner on a day that isn't their actual birthday.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to do it just for him, then maybe make it
and
smaller.
also all the friends. That was the other thing too, because the girl group was kind of more of the brothers' friends.
Yeah, so maybe just do the girl group.
Just do the girl group because they seem to be tight knit. But she invited their entire friend group.
Yeah, that's kind of an asshole move. So yeah. I would say my prescription is to confront the girl, say, hey, what the heck? I'm not gonna go because it doesn't even look like there's spaces for me anyway. Let the brother enjoy whatever. He's probably gonna be like, wait, like, where's my brother?
Yeah. And then you follow up after and it was like, not only they invited me as an afterthought and didn't have
yeah,
so
exactly. So it's like, oh, there wasn't much I could do.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a
right?
Or at the very least, neglectful.
Come on.
Oh my God. Or just even at the very least, terrible planner.
Terrible planner. The worst.
I don't know, but what would you guys do? This is like a really tricky social situation.
Very much so. I want to see a all out battle. I want
in the
attenders and non-attenders.
Yes.
Duke it out.
At it.
And we'll see whoever has the most comments wins. We'll give it to you.
Using my parents' money to bribe a guy into an arranged marriage.
Personally, I'm pro-bribe.
For background, I am a 22-year-old woman from a large Middle Eastern nation. In my culture, arranged marriages are quite common amongst the religious population. I attended a prestigious private university in one of the most populous cities in our region of the world. My family is very well off, as my father is the CEO of one of the most successful holdings in our nation. I keep thinking Emirates, right?
Could be. Well, I mean, a lot of states got that
oil money. Ooh,
they're holding barrel in that company.
I'm studying engineering, and in my faculty, there's a man who I will refer to as Ali.
Oh,
Prince Ali, where could he be in this Reddit story?
What is that? Aladdin?
Yeah.
Oh.
You ever heard that song?
I'm sure I did.
Bro, John knows zero songs.
You know this. We don't, we've been over this.
Yo, Ali is Syrian. He sought refuge in our country in refugee crisis. There's
this is true.
Civil war over there. Some kind of war.
Famine, I think, in Yemen, maybe in Syria as well. Yeah.
He came here with his 2 young sisters and his mother. His father passed away in the Syrian war. His family currently lives in a small single-bedroom apartment and are supported by my country's government aid. He has a sponsor so he can attend university, which is kind of sick.
I'm glad to hear that.
Ollie and I are both studying civil engineering. I've been in love with him since grade 1 of university.
Aww.
That's so cute.
Oh.
The problem is he has deep feelings for a Syrian girl who also ran away to my country. She doesn't want to be with him as far as I know. Rough. Dude,
sorry.
That's rough. I guess she's really not Syrian about him. So bad. Since we are nearing graduation, I want to tell him that if he lets her go and chooses to start a relationship with me, then him and his family would be financially secure for life.
You never been this secure, Poppy.
I got a proposition for you, baby. I want to propose this idea to him and his mother. Gosh dang, are you romantic? I am not technically persuading him to marry me. I would say technically you are.
Technical.
But if he does, he'd be saving his family from ever having to go back to Syria.
Hey, wow.
So if he does it, I'm sending him back.
Bro, like, what are we doing?
And he would know this. Am I the a-hole for making this offer?
Interesting.
All right. Edit. For everyone begging you to know my nationality, I won't reveal this. However, I will say that I am not Arab. All right. I want to know what everyone else thinks. So put your answers in the comments. Is it an a-hole move to say, I will give you and your family like $1 million if you marry me? And if you don't, probably gonna have to go back to your war-torn country.
So this is a good, I feel like a bit, people will be split, I think, which is always an interesting one. I think it's in the approach. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, you know what? I'm interested in you. And like, if we were to be together, like, I want to give you a good life. I want to give your family a good life. Like, I would love to do that. Like, I feel like we would make a good partnership and couple. And life together. I think that is totally fine. But if you go and you're like, if you want $1 million, you must marry me. If not, you may or may not go back home. Like that is.
It's all in the delivery.
It's all in the delivery.
But that kind of seems like how she's proposing it almost, or at least in the post, right?
I do not think it's an a-hole move as long as OP kind of has that right delivery.
Yeah. But based on this post, I do not think OP is going about it with the right delivery.
Yeah.
Based on the post. But we're hoping that your marriage proposal goes over well.
And hey, propose what you guys thought in the comments. Maybe we're totally off base.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Maybe we don't know what we're talking about. Also, if you've had any experience with arranged marriages,
please.
We would definitely
share
love to
your
know
personal
that too.
stories.
Yeah,
Please do. We might just put them on the show.
That we might. I got a job interview, but too bad my resume is complete baloney.
I love lying to potential employers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Currently, I am a software engineer. After getting turned away multiple times, I decided to do an experiment to see if recruiters actually read resumes. Hint, they don't. Originally, this resume was fairly standard, and I made up some bullet points that sound real, albeit it was mostly fluff and buzzwords. The only strange part was that all of the hyperlinks rickroll you. So it's like, oh, I created this, and it's a link, and it's just the
never gonna give you up.
Yeah. With that resume, I got a 90% callback rate from companies including Notion, Apartment List, Quizlet, OutSchool, LiveRamp, Airbnb, and Blend. Fair, maybe they just don't click any links, but read the bullets and saw what they linked. So I changed some bullets and adjusted my summary. Here's a little snippet. Experienced software engineer with a background of building scalable systems in the fintech, health, and adult entertainment industries. Team coffee maker. Ensured team of 6 was fully caffeinated with Antarctican beans ground to 14 nanometer particles. Connected with Reid Hoffman on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Organized team bonding through company potato sack race, resulting in increased team bonding and cohesivity. Spearheaded Microsofters for Trump company rally.
Oh my God.
Spread herpes STD to 60% of intern team.
Oh my God.
And my personal favorite, Phi Beta Pi fraternity record for most vodka shots in one night.
Oh my God.
So with these changes, no way I'm getting a call back with this, right? Wrong.
No.
Again, 90% callback rate. Companies included Reddit, Airtable, Dropbox, Bolt, Robinhood, Mux, Solve, Grubhub, and Scale AI. They actually read it. With that, I made the shown resume and began applying. So this is the resume they attached. They attached a link. It's great. Atlassian responded within an hour. Others that fell for this resume included WattHub, GitHub, Zynga, and Carta. My takeaways from this experiment is that applying for software engineering positions is very similar to the golden rule of Tinder. Work at FANG, which is Facebook, Apple, Amazon,
Really?
Netflix, Google. And number 2, don't not work at FANG. And if you don't believe me, you can copy the resume, change up the names, dates, etc., and try it for yourself. We'll update this when more companies reply back.
Wow.
Okay, but it's not over. But first, what do you think about this?
I mean,
whole resume process.
Honestly, just
I think it's funny. Like
I am shocked. I knew that a lot of people wouldn't, but I'm shocked at how many companies don't.
Well, because a lot of people are just looking like, oh, they worked at this, and this.
What
company.
are the big bullets?
Yeah.
Like, which they probably say in the email, like, oh, I have like 5 years of experience, blah, blah, blah. They're like, okay,
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's more.
Ooh.
Since my last post, I've gotten way more callbacks, almost too many. But I decided to take a call with GitHub, a company familiar to us software engineers, and one that is owned by Microsoft. How could I say no to that? Unfortunately, I could not record the audio of the call because California is a 2-party consent state. But some things I told the recruiter. Rebuilt newsfeed at Instagram using React and implemented blockchain plus AI, which you cannot do. Built our own flavor of Kafka called MIA Khalifa. Mia Khalifa. The end result was getting a call scheduled with the director of engineering at GitHub.
That's like talking to the the head food like designer at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like the head of engineering at like the engineering company.
Yeah, dude, this is
Oh my God.
OP's going straight to the top.
Yeah.
Now, I fully expect this call to be canceled once the director or someone technical reads the resume and has recruiting notes, but I've been surprised more than once through this experiment, so fingers crossed. And there is another update.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing too crazy. The director knew it was a joke. He said he liked the social engineering aspect and asked if I wanted to interview with him on the security side.
Wow.
This is how you get a job, folks.
Truly is. Wow.
I have zero experience on the security side, and actually interviewing with them would mean I'd have to reveal my identity, so I opted not to do so. And then another company offered him a job, but opted not to take it because didn't want to reveal the identity.
Wow.
Okay, so that is how this person got 2 job offers. So if you're ever struggling with getting a job, just lie.
Just lie.
Just lie. But John, what do you think? Is this like an a-hole move, or is this like a superhero amazing move?
I would say superhero amazing move. And I'm curious in the comments below. Also, if from anyone who's a recruiter that is watching, like I feel like they'll probably think OP is the a-hole, but like please, I'm curious, especially recruiters, let me know. But I think 2 interesting things come out of this that like I feel like our audience can actually take away. One, if you do something like so unique and different, like even like something like it was ultimately a joke and like OP, it seems, was not going to actually take the jobs on this. So it kind of worked in that regard of like doing something so unique that they actually stood out and like were considered. And then the second thing I think is like nobody cares about a resume. What I think both of us have done this in our like life and careers. I've never sent a resume that to get it like a gig or a job or anything.
Oh, never.
I always like I like look at what they're doing and like for instance, if they're like oh, we're looking for a video person, or they have like a video that's not so great, I'll do my own version of it and then send it to them and be like, hey,
like immediately offering value.
And I'm like, hey, you can literally like post this and like do what you want. I did what I believe is an improvement. Here is something for you. And that has always gotten a conversation started. Literally never with a resume.
We just want people to be hungry and be able to do the thing. So if you want to apply to OKOP and want to work here, just reach out and show us that you're hungry for apples.
Yeah, show us what you can do. Show me what you got.
Peace.
See ya.